we just don't know like what his mental state is and what he's capable of.
We have to sleep at night, and he's a roamer. He likes to roam at night. So I don't know. I'd be a little scared.
The complaint alleges that the victim was shot at very close range in the head. You understand we're in juvenile court, but this is an adult court proceeding.
This is the story of Quiana Mann, aged 44, a mother of 4, who was fatally shot point-blank in the eye by her 10-year-old son for refusing to buy him a virtual reality headset on Amazon, and also because she woke him up early. After killing his mom, the boy woke up his sister, who then found their mother dead and called 911. He would later confess to the police the actual reasons why he killed his mother. Hello and welcome to Twisted Crimes. Subscribe and hit the like button for more stories.
A 10-year-old has been charged as an adult for allegedly shooting and killing his mother over a video game headset.
This case will be taking us to the city of Milwaukee, Wisconsin. City of Milwaukee is the most populated city in the U.S. state of Wisconsin. Milwaukee is the birthplace of Harley-Davidson Motor Company, founded in 1903. The city is also home of the world's only Harley-Davidson Museum, a city that is also known for its cheese and beer. Quiana Mann, aged 44, was a mother of 4 who took the best care of her kids as much as she could. As a typical mother, she loved her kids like any other mother would. She was said to be a very loving, sweet, and protective mother. Quiana had a particular child who was a little bit more than an ordinary child. He was 10 years old at the time of this incident. His name has been protected by the court for age reasons. The young son is known to be going through some things, and the mother was doing what she could do to make things right, things like making him see a therapist and get treatment. Quiana was told that one of the most important treatment for her son was to avoid playing games online because the 10-year-old boy usually hears voices when he plays video games. The mother had placed cameras inside the home to watch him, but 2 weeks prior to the incident, someone had unplugged these cameras. On Monday, November 2nd, shots were heard near 87th and Hemlock around 7 a.m. Police were called to the scene, and it was reported that Quiana's 10-year-old son was playing with a gun when it discharged, striking his mom point-blank in the eye. Paramedics that were present on the scene tried to do the best they could to save her life, but Quiana later died from her injuries. According to the criminal complaint, when the boy was first interviewed, he said he was twirling the gun around his finger and it accidentally went off. After killing his mom, the boy woke up his sister, who then found their mother dead and called 911. The cops would let the young boy return to his family after a bit of interview. But the next day, it was discovered that the young boy logged into their mother's Amazon account and ordered an Oculus virtual reality headset. Having observed this, her aunt spoke with him further and realized that this was the reason why he shot his mother to start with. The aunt realized that the boy never cried or showed remorse following his mother's death. He would, however, tell the aunt that he shot her because she won't order what he wanted on Amazon for him, and he said he was sorry about that, but he would go ahead and ask if the game he ordered the previous day has arrived. Sensing it was all about an Oculus virtual reality headset, the shocked aunt called the cops once again to explain the new details she had just found out. In a second interview with detectives, the boy admitted he retrieved the gun because he was mad at her for waking him up early and not letting him get the headset on Amazon. He told detectives his mom walked in front of him when he tried to shoot the wall to scare her. The complaint also says he admitted to getting his mother's keys for the gun lockbox the night before. He was arrested and charged with first-degree reckless homicide, just like an adult.
First at 5, disturbing new details. A 10-year-old boy charged with killing his own mother.
Police say he told investigators he pulled the trigger because he was mad she wouldn't let him buy something online. Let's get right to Steve Shamraz, anchoring our coverage live in Wauwatosa tonight from the Juvenile Justice Center. That's where the young accused shooter is in custody, Steve.
Yeah, Katie, the alleged killer here, again, only 10 years old, but facing homicide charges in adult court. That child is being held here at the Juvenile Justice Center, where he's awaiting an appearance next week before a judge. We're going to bring my colleague Uba Ali in now. And Uba, you have been going through the details of what happened in some of the court documents in this case today.
Yeah, Steve, and the details are very alarming. The complaint describes the very moment that child went into his mother's gun lock box and decided to take the gun out.
It's still a surprise when there's a shooting around. It's usually it's a quiet neighborhood.
Steve Frisch has lived near 87th and Hemlock for more than 2 decades. His quiet neighborhood was shaken up last week after police say a 10-year-old boy killed his mother. Frisch described the family as average.
He just asked me how I'm doing and stuff like that.
According to a criminal complaint, the boy originally told police he accidentally shot his mom when he was twirling the gun, but the next day, the family called police with serious concerns. They say the boy told his aunt he was actually aiming the gun at his mother. According to detectives, the boy said he got the gun because he was mad at his mom for waking him up at 6 in the morning and that she would not allow him to order a virtual reality headset from Amazon. Police say the boy told them he got the gun by taking his mom's keys to the gun safe. He says he took up a shooting stance and that he wanted to shoot the wall to scare her, but she walked in front of him. Family told the police the boy had, quote, rage issues all his life, and at 4 years old picked up a puppy by its tail and swung it around until it whined in pain. The criminal complaint states that 6 months ago, the 10-year-old filled a balloon with flammable liquid and set it on fire, which caused a sectional and carpet in their home to catch fire. A sibling told police the 10-year-old was meeting with a therapist who gave him a concerning diagnosis that led his mother to place cameras inside their home. The cameras were unplugged 2 weeks ago. A family member told police, quote, they felt bad for not stepping in earlier because they knew that eventually something bad was going to happen. This morning, we asked Mayor Kevlar Johnson about the charges the 10-year-old is facing.
Anytime there's violence that happens in Milwaukee, whether it's committed by somebody who's 10 years old or much older than that, that gives me pause. I don't want to see anybody hurt or lose their lives in the city. In this particular case, I don't have the details just yet. This is something that is just coming to my attention just this morning.
The complaint goes on to say after shooting his mother, he put the gun in the living room closet, then telling his older sister their mom is dead. The alleged reason why is on page 3 of this complaint and states he admitted that his mother would not allow him to have something from Amazon that he wanted to have. The complaint says he apologized to his grandma for killing his mom, then asked if his Amazon package arrived.
This was the first in-person hearing for the boy, and it's odd, if not troubling or jarring, to see grown men, deputies, walk a small child into a courtroom wearing a detention center issued T-shirt. But the fact is he's accused of a terrible crime and he's been charged as an adult. The 10-year-old throughout most of the hearing sat quietly with his head down.
You understand we're in juvenile court, but this is an adult court proceeding.
Prosecutors have charged him with first-degree intentional homicide. Records indicate he shot his mother in the face after refusing to buy him a virtual reality headset.
The complaint alleges that the victim was shot at very close range in the head.
On Wednesday, the boy's attorneys asked the court to drop a second count of reckless homicide, calling it redundant. That will be decided next month. They've also asked bail be reduced to $100, the only money they say the boy has.
My team and I have spoken with him about his ability to post anything. He told us about piggy banks with savings that he had from gifts, from birthday gifts, and scavenging through cushions in the couch that he's been able to save up.
The judge did not reduce bail, keeping it at $50,000. If the boy is unable to post bail, he may remain in custody now and for the rest of his life if convicted of intentional homicide.
His family think he is where he belongs at the moment.
He calls daily and we have talks. He's not expressed any remorse to me.
For the first time, Mann's sister and mother speaking exclusively with 12 News.
Everybody loved her.
Did you ever think your grandson, your nephew, would be capable of something like this?
But I knew he was capable of something, but not this harsh.
At the time of the tragedy, they say he was in treatment for behavioral issues.
It was recommended by his treatment providers that cell phones, electronic devices be limited because of the violent games that he was playing. So she was literally following his treatment plan when she decided to take his electronic devices, and that is what upset him.
Now, the boy remains locked up in the juvenile detention center awaiting his next court appearance, and it's exactly where his aunt and grandmother say he belongs.
We just don't know what his mental state is and what he's capable of.
We have to sleep at night, and he's a roamer. He likes to roam at night. So I don't know. I'd be a little scared.
In Milwaukee, Hillary Mintz, WISN 12 News.
The family tells 12 News they do not object to prosecutors charging the boy as an adult. The 10-year-old is the youngest of Mann's 4 children.
If convicted, he faces a maximum of 60 years in prison.
Killing his mom was back in court today.
Prosecutors say the child shot his mother in part because she would not buy him a gaming device. Investigative reporter Hillary Mintz is outside the Juvenile Justice Center live in Milwaukee. Hillary, the boy's lawyers want to have a doctor evaluate him.
Right, Derek. And during the hearing this afternoon, the boy held onto a small stuffed animal. He showed no emotion, and his public defender telling the court she's not sure he can assist in his own defense and wants him to see a doctor.
22 CF 4573.
Per a court order, we can't name or show the boy's face.
We are set today for preliminary hearing. However, it's my understanding that there is a competency challenge.
The boy's public defender telling the court she's not sure the 4th grader understands the legal proceedings.
There's concern that may not understand what's going on and is not able to assist in his defense. So we are asking the court for a competency evaluation.
We hope Quiana gets the justice she deserves. Our sincere condolences to the friends and families of Quiana Mann. May Quiana's memory be a blessing for her family and for all who knew her, and may her life and death be an inspiration and a turning point towards justice and increased protection for gun violence survivors. Please stay safe and see you guys in the next video.